Political analyst James Marlow. Can you see anything stopping her now?
Yes, I can, because she, I mean, we're all talking about how she's going to become the next Prime Minister. I'm not so sure that that's going to happen at this point, because she has the very tough task right now of the horse trading, the other political parties. Can she form a government? Now, she has about 3 weeks to do that. If she doesn't do that, she may well get another 3 weeks, which brings us up to the end of October. And then there's a custom whereby if the sitting Prime Minister cannot form a government, the President, in this case Shimon Peres, can come along and say, okay, you've got another 90 days, which kind of brings us up into 2009. If for some reason at that time she cannot form a government, which is a possibility, then we go to a general election.
So lots to look forward to then. Let's just come right back to today. She looks very much as though she is going to replace Ehud Olmert. Why did voters find her attractive? What does she stand for?
Well, the two main candidates were Shaul Mofaz, as you've been speaking about earlier on, the Transportation Minister, and Tzippi Livni. Now, it's generally thought in the last couple of weeks that Tzippi Livni led a very positive campaign. She talked about change, kind of like the Barack Obama type of person, almost. She talked about that she's clean, that she's away from corruption, that she's looking to make specific changes inside the country. Shaul Mofaz is said to have led a more negative campaign. In other words, he talked more about security. And generally, people now in Israel are fed up with hearing about security. They're fed up with politicians talking about the borders and just protection. They want to hear other things like education and health, the crime, what's happening about that, all the car accidents. Tzippi Livni was talking about this.
Domestic policy, does that mean what is always described as a nascent peace process? Is that on the back burner as far as she's concerned?
Well, I think so, yeah.
Because it would be, a lot of people would be quite cross or disappointed if her opposite number did win this election.
Yeah, generally polls have looked like Shaul Mofaz is more likely to put together the coalition for now. However, if there was a general election, Tzippi Livni is likely to win many, many more seats for the current Kadima Party than Shaul Mofaz. Which means that we're likely to go to a general election.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because I was just doing some sums just outside. The Likud party has made it very, very clear, Benjamin Netanyahu, because he's only got 12 seats. He knows that if he goes to a general election, he's going to at least double those seats and probably take it up to 30, maybe a little bit more.
So he could be a contender once again.
Yeah.
He never seems to have gone away, Benjamin Netanyahu.
No, that's right. And what's interesting is that 3 years ago, when the last election was in March 2006, I predicted the next election would be March 2009 between Ehud Barak, who's the current leader of the Labour Party, and Benjamin Netanyahu. If you remember, Barak beat Netanyahu, so I think this is the rerun.
Very, very quickly, because we've only got about 30 seconds. If she fails to put together an effective coalition, what is the knock-on effect of that?
Well, the knock-on effect is that Prime Minister Ehud Olmert, because he's still the Prime Minister, will still be the Prime Minister for the next 3 months. And we know that in 2 weeks' time, he's got the meeting confirmed with the Palestinian Authority leader Mahmoud Abbas. He's going to continue to try and get a deal because he wants that to be their legacy, his legacy, before he leaves office. And into 2009, Olmert might still be the Prime Minister of Israel.
Oh, that's quite a scenario. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you.